We are now streaming. Welcome to my didn't expect that. What is that little box? Whatever reason, OBS is we can't tell. One thing we can do is go in there and X thing that's and all that. I'm sure it'll bounce in and out of fucking productivity. And I've done, I don't know. Behind me. Let me just grab that camera. Oh, look, it moves. Probably shouldn't. Now I have a purple thing hanging. My laundry's still in the corner. Things are strewed everywhere. Yes, that is. I'll move you this way. I've got a mirror. I can look at myself sleeping. Still a living. I am alive, therefore I am making a living. Am I making a living wage? Probably. I don't. Either way, they now have the power. They always did. I mean, salary was nice. Everything. But my chances of and that's mostly what I've done this week is worried about my fucking job. And how things are going to play out. We'll see how things turn out. That's going to get annoying. On YouTube. Most of us put this on YouTube, I'm assuming, to go fuck with it and put it on other things. Somehow. I should just chop it into 10. I just don't have the time. Here of late. Of course, it also depends on who else is on. Did it again. Of course, I'm just capturing my face, and I'm not really worried about what's on my screen because I ain't playing anything. And I'm not really. I mean, I'm a casual gamer sometimes when there's nothing else to do. That's about it. Not big on gaming. Not those kinds of games. I mean, I enjoy playing them every once in a while. I really do. I enjoy playing them, but I get bored so fucking fast with everything. Some of you are like, well, that sounds like ADD, and it probably is. I'm sure it is. It's just, I'm not taking speed to fucking correct the issue, man. I'm not gonna do it. I've spent a lot of time thinking over the week. Not because I'm stuck in the past and depressed, which I do a lot of times do that as well when I'm depressed. I spend a little bit of too much time in the past. I usually try to yank myself out. Here's the key to dealing with your past issues. When you're already depressed is when you're going to think about them the most. You got to think about that shit when you're happy. You have to force yourself to replace those horrible fucking memories with happy ones. If you can disassociate the way I can, I should say, if you can hypnotize yourself, if you can, whatever method. Because here's the thing, just like there's more than one method to break into a bank vault, there's more than one way to break into your own head. You just got to choose the one that works best for that particular time, piece, and memory. And I've done a lot of that this week. Broke into my own fucking head. Assault the vault. Go back after those memories that I've repressed or that I've, and I've done it without the pressures of work. I mean, look, I don't know if who's watching this actually, but if you've ever worked, I really should do a little ball on each of the industries. Because I've worked for most of you motherfuckers. The restaurant industry, it's high stress, it's high energy, it's high speed. You gotta be quick. When you step out on the floor, I'm not the server. You gotta have that smile on your face, no matter what's going on in your life. The people have come to you for an experience. They have come to ask you to pretend to be okay as a human being. That's why a lot of times when those of us who are not okay as human beings, who work in the restaurant business, we take a lot of time off. We end up losing our jobs because of it a lot. My personal experiences in Texas were that if you miss a day, usually you'll be okay if you've never missed a day before, or if you very rarely missed a day. But if you miss 2 days in a row, you're going to get fired. On a few occasions, they may allow you to come back with a doctor's note. However, I'm not aware if most people are aware of this, but most people don't like to tell people, "Hi, I have depression." Nobody wants to tell people that. Which is why I told people that. Mostly so they know, man. You're like, "Hi, how are you? I get depressed a lot." That's how I am. That's how I am. Could I put on a smiley face? I'm fucking depressed. I don't want to, but yeah, I guess I will. This is why you lose your job in that industry. That's why I cannot be a server. My depression can last weeks at a time, and I don't have the fucking manpower or the energy inside this noggin of mine to fucking hide it anymore. Self-integration has been fucking key to this whole goddamn weird little experience of mine since I fucking created it. So, with that in mind, I don't have the manpower anymore. Could I disassociate for all of you and create another one? Yeah, I could. I could create another one. I can create them. I know I can. But I'm not going to create anymore. Do you know why? Because it's fucking weird, man. It's fucking weird, and I'm tired of it. No, it's not that I'm tired of it. Well, I mean, I kind of am. I do kind of, in a way, do that when I play D&D and shit. But before you ask, all of this happened before I ever fucking played D&D. Okay? All that weird shit. There's a... You know, people used to tell me I'm brave because I'd come on here and talk about shit like this. Just whatever my truth was, I'd fucking speak it. I'm not speaking my truth here lately. At least not at work, but that's the nature of my job. You don't get to speak that kind of truth, you know? The only times I have to put a smile on my face is when I walk out that door. Go clock in. Now, before that, I was working salaried position, and salaried positions come with a little more stress, etc. and you have to deal with the public. Well, I had to deal with them a little more than I wanted to, even though I didn't have to deal with them that often. No offense to the public, you're lovely people, but in a work environment, I don't like you. I don't like you in a work environment most of the time. I like to avoid the public. I don't know. I don't know what it is about people going out to eat, but it changes them too, just like it changes us. I don't know. The restaurant industry is lovely. It's still on me, it's not on them. This isn't on anyone but me. The industry is the industry. Now, this in the back of the kitchen, or the front of the house up here in Colorado, nobody will fucking say shit. But my nails are a bit long. I feel I'm going to try to cover them with gloves, just, you know, hope that works. It seems to work for a lot of the other ones they have now, so maybe that'll work for me. The hair thing, I mean, it's still the kitchen. My hair's got to be put back in 1,000 different methods to keep it out of the food. I'll try to expand on that. Just so I'm not fucking so bored with everything. And that's what has always gotten me. I get bored, I no longer give a shit, I move on. I move on because I'm no longer giving you the quality of work you deserve. And I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying not to repeat cycles that I have always repeated. Now, that being said, me working in a restaurant is me repeating a cycle I've always repeated, but they added something new to this cycle. Upon occasion, alcohol gets involved because it's also a pub. So, that's new. And a new learning experience. I did have an idea for something to do for my boss, but something I could do while maintaining his employment, or him as my employer, because that's actually I think that is my only goal right now, is to maintain him as my employer if he can afford it. That's weird, but it's because he's not corporate. That's what it is. I don't like corporations. Guys, I grew up watching cyberpunk shows where the corporations were the bad guys, because in the 80s the corporations were the bad guys. Every movie you see, it's always a corporation. Always. Now, the corporations can step back and go, that's just fantasy. We're not the bad guys here. You're still the fucking bad guys. Sorry. Actually, I suppose it's no longer. It went a different route. It's not. There's two, maybe three guys that have all the money. Most of the money. I hope they have a vision and they do something good with it. If that's the society we live in, I hope they do something good with it. I want Elon Musk to get us to Mars. I want Bill Gates to feed the world. I want Jeff Bezos to burn in hell. Dude, what the fuck have you done? All these other fucking billionaires got you like... You say whatever you want with the conspiracy theories and the whatever else's. I don't know the details on the Bill Gates Foundation bullshit. I didn't read into it because I didn't care. I haven't read into it. Something about feeding the world. If that's his actual goal, good goal, man, good goal. You're not going about it the right way because half your fucking wealth could feed the world. Just pay the money to get the food there. And while they're eating, once they're healthy, once they're able to get up, either let them leave the lands they're in to better places or help them make the lands they're in better places. It's that simple. That being said, I don't think that's how it's going to go down. I think Shadowrun got it right. And yes, I recently played Shadowrun Returns. Great fucking entry into the series. Great fucking entry. Loved it. Got halfway through it, got bored. Sorry, it gets repetitive to me. Most people do not feel that way about games, okay? Most people are like, but if it gets repetitive to me about halfway through, that's where I stop. When I start feeling like this is a chore, I no longer play games, because I play games for fun. That being said, there's some games that have kept my attention. Minecraft. On occasion, I still like to go and have some Minecraft fun. It was neat when I was like, when it first came out. I was like, whoa, what a fuck it. It was a weird concept that had never been done, and it stuck with me. But building games, it's not the survival, it's the building. I like to build. So it should come as no surprise I like Minecraft. I mean, I love to create things. That's what I want to do with my life. I want to create everything that I've ever wanted to create. That being said, I don't have the knowledge to create everything I've always wanted to create. Which is why I have to turn around and go, hey guys, I'm a little nuts. Can I get some help here? Luckily for me, I now have 2 members of the team, other than myself. Nerfle. The Nerfle is worth every penny I've spent on him. He really is, I've got to say. Worth every fucking cent. That being said, I have not spent much on him, and he's still delivered above and beyond everything. So, thank you, Nerfle. And the other is, of course, my darling sister, Saint Misery, who is maybe as nutty as me, if not nuttier. So, we'll see. One day we'll have a competition to see which of us has done the craziest shit, I hope. That being said, that's what I'm going for. I'm trying to build a creative team around myself. There's people at work that I want on my team, but I can't afford them, so there's that. There's other things I need to do. In case you're not aware, I owe massive amounts of child support because I'm fucking nuts. And while I have gotten better, I used to be a lot worse. I was stable for about... no, I wasn't. I was able to perfectly hide it. No, I wasn't. What's the point? I was semi-stable for about a decade. Before... well, as things go, when my life topsy-turvies, my mind topsy-turvies. Now, that topsy-turvy has helped me grow as a person... But, unfortunately, my financial situation is not as optimal as I would like it to be for my future. So, there's that. I don't have any stored wealth. I don't have a fucking dime. Everything I make goes to pay these bills. Everything. Other people are playing things other places. If you guys pick it up, oh well. It's now kind of like living in an apartment building. I don't really want to bring up anybody else's bullshit. But their bullshit affects me because I'm here. Yeah, the setup is now moved into the room again. I've put it in my room because, I don't know, it's more comfortable here, and it gave me the option of... if I gotta make money that way, there's my fucking bed. Look, I'm not a whore or anything, but if somebody gives me $20, you know, to put a small pinky up my bum or something, I was probably gonna masturbate and do that anyway. So what the fuck? No. um. I do have this set not for kids. Don't let your kids watch me. Not until they're old enough to fucking understand what the hell the world is about. And if you're Christian and you want your kids to remain that way, don't let them watch me. They won't. Because, no, I mean, let's face it, the chances of your kids being Christian in America are very slim now. Actually practicing, anyways. Claiming, that's still on an all-time high. Actually, it's not. That's dropping too. Ooh, doesn't look good. Now, who do I blame for the fall of Christianity in America? Da-da-da-da-da-da. Evangelicals. Yep, that's right. It's the mega churches. We've seen through your lies and we realize you're a bunch of fucking asshats. Of course, they did that back in, the early 2000s. And steady decline of the religion ever since. Not to say those guys are hurting. I mean, they're still making plenty, I'm sure. Because there will always be people that are willing to give you money to make themselves feel better. So, I don't blame the megachurch people. In fact, send me money and I'll save your soul. For $1,000, I will save your soul. And enslave it to my own personal means. You were making deals with the devil there, my friend. He doesn't need to save your soul. If you're a fucking Christian, Jesus already did that for you. You're okay, buddy. Just go, hey God, I fucked up. Really mean it though. You gotta mean it. Because I don't care what they said. Just, I'm sorry is not enough. You gotta mean it, you gotta change behavior, and you gotta answer for your behavior. And until you do that shit, well, your religion's fucking useless to me. But no, take that back. It shaped a young, formative part of my life. It gave me some of my traumas. Thanks for that, asshole. That being said, I really do think that teaching children any kind of religion before the age of 13 should be a fucking crime. Because that is the most formative years of their life, and that is where you can hook them on such things. You should allow them to make their own informed decisions about the world. That being said, I also heavily believe in the parents' right to raise their child. So I'm kind of at a loss here. There's no good system. So, this is what I'm going to agree to. I'm going to let you raise your kids with your freedom of religion any way you want. But, quit telling me how to live my life. That's it. There's the solution. Just raise your kids however you want. Because you're the parent. They chose you, buddy. For whatever fucking reason, they chose you. That particular soul was like, you know who I want my mom to be? I want her to be this meth-addicted fucking Bible thumper right here. If somebody does not already have that name for their band, you're welcome. Fucking take that shit and ride to stardom. Meth-addicted Bible thumpers. Hi, man, you listen to Mapped? Sounds like some country. Christian country rap. That's what that would be. That's Christian country rap. Or parody on Christians. Yeah, I don't know which. Depends on their personalities. Hopefully they have some fun with it. This week. This is supposed to be about this week, not my weird fucking mind overloading with ideas. But guess what? My mind is always overloaded with ideas. Even at work, yes, even at work, if I'm working for you, my mind is overloaded with ideas. Keep them on your ideas, keep them focused on your stuff, and you will have a grand fucking employee. Bore me to tears, and I'm liable to walk out on you on day 3. You gotta keep me focused. And that's problematic, to say the least. Just a touch of the tizzle. Just a touch. Just a touch. Not enough to draw a check, probably. Not that I would want to. I don't want to be fucking relying on those sons of bitches. Dear Lord. And I don't want to have others, I don't want others to fucking take care of me. And that said, I don't know if I've ever been on food stamps. I've been on other people's food stamp cases, that I'm sure of. But I don't know if I've ever been on my own. Maybe once or twice in my younger years. Memories. Like I said, this week has been all about memories. Did I have any plans? I did. I was like, if I have the money, I will do. I did not have the money. So, I didn't have the money. That being said, could the house cost a bit less? Oh yeah, the house could cost a lot less. But it costs what it costs. It is what it is. Can I afford to stay here? I will find a fucking way. That is my goal. That's my only fucking goal right now. Because I need the credit boost, guys. I gotta be honest. It's the only thing building my credit right now is this fucking house. Paying on, the mortgage and shit. Or not mortgage. Fuck. Rent, lease, whatever. Is the only thing building my credit. Because I don't have any. I worked very diligently as a very, very rebellious man not to build credit in my youth. Here we are now. Why did I not want to build credit? I think credit's fucking bullshit. I really do. I think our credit system is a debt system designed to keep you in debt. And, it needs an overhaul. Not that I think giving loans is a bad thing. Money's not bad. Greed's bad. Lending is not bad. Predatory lending is bad. Greed is bad, okay? Greed is bad, okay? There's something me and the Christians can agree on. Greed is bad. So why are so many of your fucking right-wing leaders greedy? Jesus said, feed them. He wanted to help people. Why don't you? Why don't you want to help people? What's wrong with helping people? I can hear your argument. Heard it my whole life. Nobody ever helped. No, that's not an argument. Didn't you want somebody to help you? Didn't you hope somebody would help you at some point? Till you realized that was never coming. And now, because you never got the help you know you deserved, you want to withhold it from other people? The fuck is wrong with you, man? Get out of here. Compassion has to be chosen every day. That's the problem I have. One of the reasons I left the church. One of. Granted, I'm glad I did. I'm glad I left Christianity. Now what am I? What is he now? What's your religion? I don't fucking have one, lady. I don't fucking have one. I have no religion because I don't need one. Well, if you don't have a religion, you can't believe in. I can believe in God without having a religion. It's okay. I can do these things for myself. I can choose to live the way I want to live. I don't have to have a religion. I don't have to have a God. I can choose to believe in a godlike creation that created all of us. But I'm more of the school of thought of the one consciousness thing, so that's just me. We're all one. Now, that being said, growing up the way I grew up, I have a compassionary bend. I read the teachings. I'm going to be the first to admit that I didn't bother too much with the Old Testament, because when I was about 7 years old, I realized something. Jesus said something along the lines of, fuck that bullshit. This is the new way. The only way is compassion. That's all you need. Fucking pure, simple, easy for a child to understand. So easy for a child to pull from a book, even though, it's not even that badly hidden, man. It's like the first thing you fucking see if you're looking for hidden messages. If you're looking for things between the lines. If you're whatever, possibly slightly crazy and used to being able to see patterns in things where other people can't. Yeah, that's probably it. Actually, back then I wasn't even that nuts yet. Although I had already been told I was going to hell on numerous occasions by numerous people. Oh. There's my experience with a megachurch, and fuck that place. Fuck that place. I remember them telling me the story of Adam and Eve. They had little paper cutouts. Pardon, I barely. No, I can't. Trying to think what they looked like. They were little paper cutouts. That's all I know. And they made us watch weird movies. And then we'd all sit together in this giant church. Ah, that's where she's at. Lovely. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Saint Misery may be live too, I don't know. Where was I this week? I keep digressing, but I do that. Partially this, partially just I haven't really spoken to anyone. And no one's really spoken to me. I've got one friend over in England who occasionally speaks to me. And, yeah. She's lovely. She's lovely. Yeah, so, we're not going to deal with that. That is a constant thing. Though it hasn't been that bad this week. It has not been that bad this week. But yes, I'm still using this as my therapy. I mean, I need to live as a more authentic me and who I am. The nail thing. Yeah, I like that. I like having my nails dark colors. And to be honest, I'd like to have some fucking new teeth. Can't afford it, but I'd like to have some. I've got so much else that needs to be paid for. No, the goal. Yeah, the goal's still the same. I need to get a fucking massive loan to pay off the massive debt that I'm in. To the state of Texas, who's filled with a bunch of fucking crooks. The guy who's in charge of child support, the Attorney General, is a fucking crook. They're all fucking crooks. And they deserve to be treated as like, by being thrown behind bars in the private prisons they helped build. Private fucking prisons. Let's tear those apart. Actually, these guys have built us a nice little prison infrastructure. You know, we should probably put that to use and, like, put them inside it. At least they've given us plenty of places to hold the fucking political prisoners. I say political prisoners because most of the people in politics should fucking be in jail. I know some of you are trying to help. You're not, so stop. No, that being said, you need to fucking do this. If you want to truly help America, agree to be on camera 24 hours a day so we can watch every move you make. I'm willing to go there. If I have the money, when I run for office and whatever I run for. And I know what you're thinking. Why would we want a crazy man in office? Could I be any worse than any of them? Am I smart enough to do the job? Probably. Can I maintain my shit? Time will be seen. If I am able to fucking get my shit together in 10 years, we will see. Why 10? Because 65 is my cutoff limit. Nobody should be in office after 65, and I'll tell you why. Unless we want to do this. If that is what we would like to do, let's expand this. Let's generationize office. Let's put it to where we have a dedicated number of people between the ages of 65 and 75, and that's as high as I'm fucking going. At 75, go fucking enjoy what you have left of your life. You got maybe 20 years. If you've been really good to your body, you've got 30. Go enjoy that shit. Fucking done enough. I don't care what you've done with your life. You've done enough by 75. At 65, you've probably done enough and you should go enjoy the next 40 years of your life. If you've got that many. Put them in charge of things that old people care about. And that's it. They are the elder council. They're in charge of the type of stuff that old people care about. Like the price of Depends. Or, sorry. I keep making jokes at you guys' expense, and that's wrong of me. That is wrong of me to make these jokes at the boomers' expense. Oh, and boomers, own that shit. Fucking take that back, man. Take the word boomer and own it. And speak the loudest. Oh, wait. That's why we call you boomers. I'm just explaining. I feel like some of you are lost. You speak the loudest. At every table. You never give us a word in edgewise because we're only children. You never stop to think what our point of view could be or what our life has been. And instead, well, that's just dumb. One of you said it. I know one of you said it. We don't do that. Or you fucking gaslight us. God damn, do boomers gaslight so bad. I didn't do it. Yeah, you did. You fucking did it. Fucking own it. You voted for Reagan. You fucking did it. Own it. Our financial and economic collapse of the system is you. You voted for Reagan. No, they would have put Reagan in it. It doesn't matter who you vote for. It didn't matter in the 80s. It didn't matter pretty much after they blasted JFK in the head. From that point forward in history, our voice quit mattering. Sorry, but true. That's when special interests and corporations had it wrapped up nice. It was tight. They never got caught. Nobody knows who actually needed it done for whatever reason. I wasn't alive then. I did not live through this. But the magic bullet theory? Fuck, you say? To the scientists that worked on that, if that was your true, genuine, legitimate conclusion, okay. If that was truly your conclusion, your research, yeah, you're sound in it, good for you. However, you know what? I would have shut up and took the money too. Sometimes you just fucking got to. Because you know what? They have magic bullets. I'm in oddly good spirits. Okay, so before I go further, people are wondering, am I going back to work? Yes, I will be going back to work on Monday. I'm just gonna fucking... Will I be eventually finding other employment? Probably. The restaurant business is for the young. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm too old to keep this shit up. My body is, And then you're thinking, well, what is he gonna go into that's so much lighter on his body? Construction work, actually. If I can find it. I know what you're thinking. The fuck, right? So, construction can be quick, yes. You can move quickly on the roof if you're doing roofing or if you're putting stuff together. But you're still not moving as quick as you have to in a restaurant. Because you don't have customers demanding their food within a respectable time limit. A lunch rush, for example. Even in a pub-style atmosphere, you don't want to take longer than 10 minutes from the time that ticket hits you to you get the food to that customer. Because they want hot food and they only got 30 minutes. Possibly. You don't know. Do they have 30 or do they have an hour? If they have an hour, they might wait a little longer with a little more patience. But when you have a 30-minute lunch and a 5-minute drive, and it took you 5 to get here, and you ordered one of the fastest things on the menu, you want it out quickly. Now, if conditions have hit just perfectly, for it to be just busy enough to where that ticket's somewhat down at the thing. Some could say it's on him. He should have chose a different place to eat. How the hell is he gonna know who's in there? How the hell is he supposed to know? He's just a fucking hungry guy trying to have a meal. And that's fine. But that type of environment puts a stress on everyone, actually. I think it puts a little bit of stress on everybody. Get enough people together that are all in those same situations, and the stress builds and builds and builds. And the pace has to pick up accordingly. If I've got one ticket in my window, on a 5-minute piece of fish to cook, fine. That's fine. But if I've got 50 tickets in my window for 5-minute pieces of fish and not as many fryers as I would like, then, things get hectic and people get, stressy. And that's the environment. And while I can do it, it's not my favorite type of work to be doing. I like to be creating. So, I will be always looking for that. I'm creating content. Is it good content? Some of it. Some of my jokes are fucking funny. I'll pull them out and put them into sound bits one day and blah blah blah, unless you guys want to do that for me, because I could really use a video editor. Completely separate type of thing from the rest of what I'm doing. Have I worked much on my dreams this week? I'm gonna be honest, I have not. I've worked a little here and there. This is part of my dreams, talking to all of you guys. So that's technically counts towards working towards it. My Insta presence has been how to explain that? Oh, yes, I'm getting more comfortable. I'm sitting here longer than I thought I would. Do we like the lips? I've played the dulcimer a little bit, but I didn't go live with it. I get bored with things. That's why I need people to do things for me. But in order to get people to do things for me, I need money. In order to get money, I gotta go do things myself, which is what I'm trying to do. That being said, I feel like I've learned a few things here, yeah. Yeah. You can tell that I haven't. I don't know if you can tell or not. I don't know if the lighting's good enough for that. I feel like the lighting in here is fine, at least in the daytime. Now it is the weekend. It's Saturday, isn't it? Yeah. Tomorrow, I don't have to go in. It's fine. I've been trying to figure out what I'm doing all this week. The rent is paid. So, the rent and the bills are paid, and that's all that matters. Now I've got a month to do it again. And I hope life is better. We're all in that same boat, and that's how they keep us here. That's actually part of their plan, I think. Granted, our vices cost money, but not that much. That's why I'm here. Is it a vice or a medication or a crutch? I don't know. I actually don't know if it's a crutch or what it is, but here's the thing. I don't care anymore. Because if you need a crutch to become a better person, that's okay. As long as you recognize that it's a crutch. That you but maybe you shouldn't. I mean, some of the greatest people we know, yeah. It's okay if you need a crutch every once in a while. What's not okay is using other people to get your crutch. Because in that case, that's addiction. But everyone's had to go through it. I mean, it was 2006 when I did meth. My little stint with it. 4 months or however long it was. I don't fucking know. Time is weird when you're methicated. Yeah, I can laugh about it now. It's been fucking shit. It's been almost 20 years. Age is weird. Does it bring wisdom? If you let it. If you refuse to grow up, a constant refusal to fucking grow up on the pure principle that you made a promise to your friend, that makes it a little more difficult. Each of us has to choose to be better. That's it. That's all it takes. That's all I want from all of you. Choose to be better. I often say on here how I don't have any friends. I know it's not true. I do. But that being said, sometimes it still feels that way. So, that being said, what is it the fuck I think friends should do? Drop their entire lives and just come hang out with me every time I'm fucking lonely? No. That doesn't sound fucking healthy. That sounds pretty, I don't know. If they're doing that, that means codependency on their part. I'm fairly certain. I think I've been there. On both sides of that one, and that doesn't work out. I don't know. I suppose that should be my new goal. To build healthy relationships. Because Lord knows I don't have any. I'm not wrong though. There are no healthy relationships in my life. Now, one would say that first one must start to build a healthy relationship with oneself. How one builds a healthy relationship with oneself, I'm not quite sure. Haven't quite figured that one out yet. I try. I mean, try to be good to myself and good to other people. That's the goal, right? Be good to yourself and be good to other people. You got to be good to yourself and good to other people while not letting other people take advantage of your good nature. Huh? What? Life is complex. It always has been and always will be. A creative job, a creative outlet. Not a creative outlet on the job, that would be wonderful. I don't know where the state of everything is. And that's okay too. You hear this and you hear that and you think to yourself, well, I hope not, and I hope so. Yeah. It is what it is. And it ain't what it ain't. I mean, sad, all of my exes are sitting here gathering video evidence against me, I'm sure. He's just sitting up there in Colorado smoking pot. Throw him in jail. Sorry to speculate, ladies. Actually, what you're doing is none of my business, and it will have absolutely no fucking effect on me whatsoever. I'm sorry it won't. Won't stop things, and when it all comes together, the kids will finally get everything I couldn't give them. Sorry it took so long. Fuck, it was... Crazy people take longer to do shit. We're crazy. But we're crazy, so our crazy shit can get done. Ones came up to this city, I believe, for something to do with that veterinary school down the road not far from here. As we were waiting on them to do their appointment, we drove by this very house. It was up on the market. And now I'm living in it. Because I said I wanted to. I spoke that out into the ethers, and the ethers said, okay, buddy, are you willing to sacrifice what it takes to get there? And apparently I was. You can already see it, can't you? That I've decided to try. Maybe. Certainly try something. What gives it away? My question is, what is it I'm willing to do? How far am I willing to go? What am I willing to sacrifice? And who too? Who do I call on? Who do I call on? Me. That's just it. You call on you. It's the only person you ever had. Michael all along. So, when your mind doesn't quite work the way everyone else thinks it should, you don't quite see the world the way the world sees itself. But you know it could be better. You know you could do better things with it. What do you do? I want to be healthier and I want more free time, while maintaining the lifestyle in which I am accustomed, I suppose. You know, when I first conceived of the idea of what I was going to do with my life type scenario in this whole. This was before social media. I don't remember what cyberpunk fucking shit I was reading at the time, but the idea came to me of a mask. You could see whatever the wearer was seeing. The mask protected the person's face, so nobody, knew who this guy was, and he was a reporter that went around, and the concept adapted to 3 camera things that swiveled about coming off of his head. And they reminded me of a jester's hat that I had seen. Before long, that's what was born. But that wasn't bard. That's the weird thing. Even though that's what a bard is supposed to go around and do now. In my little mind, that's what I'm going to go off and do. My character's name was Legion, because he represented all of us. 13 or 14. Been creating characters ever since I was a kid. Some of them have lived in my own head for so long that they're a part of me. Almost indistinguishable. They've grown with me over the years, so to speak. Each of them created for the very same reasons I'm sitting here talking to this camera. I just wanted someone to talk to. Isolation. Isolation. There's different kinds of isolation. You would think in a society where we could pick up and talk to anyone instantly, we would feel less isolated. But anytime I think of calling anyone, I think to myself, well, I don't want to be a bother. do these things on Instagram because Instagram wouldn't keep my video. I'm learning, people. I'm learning. One of the impersonators must have done something horrible. Felt it a few days ago in my gut. You get what you fucking deserve, you bastard. You get what you fucking deserve. There's another thing. Emotion. Fuels intent. Depression and anger are almost two sides of the same damn coin. Well, technically I am in his territory. So I know. Wouldn't it be nice if you could come on here without seeing me cry? Probably never gonna happen, people. I say that, maybe it will. Maybe I'll get a microchip in my head. Makes me happy all the time. Bzz. Call it a joy, why? It's early in the morning. How early is it? 8:14. Enough about my bullshit, man. I could sit here and fucking talk and bring shit up and then go back and forth and cry all fucking day. But what would be the point? What would be the point indeed? Now, think for now. We'll end this and let me collect my thoughts. I think that's probably for the best.